In this video, I'm going to be purchasing live conversion.ai Pro plan. The Pro plan gives you access to Jarvis 2.0 and it basically removes all the credit system, so you no longer need credits, and it also allows you to write long form content, so the 400 character limit goes. This is actually really exciting because I have been using Jarvis now for over 10 days and I've also been documenting the progress. So go ahead and click the 2 links below, which will take you to my first review of conversion.ai, and it will also give you my 10-day later review basically of my thoughts after using it for 10 days. So now I'm about to purchase the Pro plan and I'm going to experience it with you guys for the first time. Now, just before we get started, if you have not yet tried Jarvis, make sure you head over to trialjarvis.com, go ahead and click on this button, and this will give you 10,000 free credits. In other words, it's a completely free trial and you don't need to spend a penny in order to know if this software is for you. Okay, so once again, do not spend a penny until you've actually claimed these free credits and you get to try the software and see how it all works for you and if it is for you. Now, with that being said, let's go over to my account and upgrade. Okay, so here I am in my admin area of Jarvis. I'm going to go ahead and click learn more. I am currently on the starter plan, however I'm now going to upgrade it to the unlimited. Okay, so this takes away all the word credits and allows you, I believe, to add 3 team members. I don't have any team members, so I don't need, however you can add up to 3 apparently. This offer apparently ends tomorrow, so if you're watching this video now, I'd strongly recommend to jump in, take action, because I don't think the price is going to remain at this for very long. They may bring it back, they may not, but either way, I'll leave a link in the description below, or you'll have the opportunity in your account area to upgrade at any point. However, I don't know if the price will remain the same. So let's go ahead and do confirm plan. Okay, so it's now been upgraded, I think. So let me just go ahead and go to the dashboard. Let me just go into account settings actually, usage and billing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Pro Unlimited plan is right here. You can see it's active. So let's go ahead, go over to content, because I believe this is where it is. And the way the Pro plan works, or the way you're meant to do this, is actually treat it just like Google Documents or Grammarly, if you've ever heard of it, where it's basically a centralized area where you literally just enter the information and it will start producing the results. So let's have a look and see how it works, because again, I've only watched the demo of this, I've not actually tried it yet. Okay, so let's just click on write something beautiful, and we also have kind of like a categorized area over here and trash as well. Okay, so I'm just going to click write something beautiful and blank document or long form assistant. So let's go ahead and do long form assistant. Okay, so the first one, if I just scroll down and have a look, we've got these sections here. Okay, so I guess we need to describe the content you want to create. Okay, so this is the most important step in helping Jarvis understand what you want to write about. The better you can describe what you want to write, the higher quality content Jarvis will produce. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to talk about my Tube Rankings YouTube channel, which is all about video SEO and getting overnight rankings and getting videos ranking on Google and YouTube almost instantly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type in video SEO is the new way to get your digital assets seen. Okay, you don't need a bunch of top spots of Google and YouTube. Okay, now in one of my past videos I did say that the more detail you give the software, the better Jarvis will perform for you. Okay, it's kind of like if we don't give if we're trying to solve a puzzle, imagine how hard the puzzle would be to solve if we didn't have all the pieces. This is kind of what Jarvis is like as well. If we don't give Jarvis all the pieces to the puzzle, it's not going to be able to do the best job it can do. Okay, so let's go ahead and press continue. Okay, so that's been done. And has that just been saved? I think that's been saved. Okay, so next, write your own title or let Jarvis help you generate ideas. Okay, so I'm just going to do generate ideas and see what happens. So I assume it's going to be taking information from here. So let's have a look. Video SEO, how to get your digital assets seen. Video SEO, how to rank in the top spots of Google and YouTube. Get #1 rankings on Google and YouTube with video SEO. Video SEO is a new way to get your digital seen. Tips on ranking. Okay, so these are actually really good. The new way to get your digital assets seen, video SEO. Oh God, these are all so good. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with the shorter one. The new way to, and it's amazing how it's just capitalized new. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit more just so you can see it. Okay, so the new way, that's really good. No money or backlinks required. Wow, this is good. Okay, so I'm just going to go with use this one. Okay, then it says write your own intro or let Jarvis help you generate ideas. I'm just going to let Jarvis do it. Let's see what it produces. And remember, this is actually not costing us any credits. We can do this as many times as we want, and we're just paying that one set fee per month. This is why this is such a unique deal. Okay, so let's just scroll down. The new way to get your digital assets seen is with video SEO. With the introduction of video SEO, you don't need a lot of money and backlinks to rank on Google and YouTube. You simply need a slideshow video with keyword research. Okay, so that's very similar to what I produced.
What if I told you that there's a way to rank in the top spots of Google and YouTube without spending money on backlinks or even getting your content seen by many people? This sounds too good to be true, but it's not. In this blog post, we are going to talk about video SEO, the process of creating simple slideshow videos for SEO purposes. We will discuss what video SEO is, as well as how it's helped me to get my digital assets seen.
That is insane. That is seriously good. Remember, I didn't even type anything in there. I just gave it some basic information. So can you imagine what it would have produced if I did an intro paragraph here? Let's just read this.
How to get your digital assets seen. You could pay for a bunch of backlinks to increase the rankings, or you could spend hours and hours on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. But what if I told you there was an easier way? Video SEO. Video SEO is a new term that means using videos as your marketing tool of choice when trying to rank in Google's or YouTube search and results pages. SERPs. With video SEO, all it takes is one simple slideshow video with some keyword research, and you will likely be ranking #1 on Google or YouTube within just days.
Okay, I've just got to pause for 1 second. That was absolutely madness. If you didn't hear the entire paragraph I just read, just go back a little bit and just actually listen to what I just read out. That's so well written, and it just generated that on its own, basically. That is absolutely unbelievable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the second one because I like that one. Okay, so so I'm done. So let's go ahead and do open editor. Okay, so what do we see here? Okay, so we've got that intro paragraph. Let me just go back. I just want to, let me just go back into there. Let me click on this maybe. Power mode. Oh, okay, here we go. Right, so power mode is actually from everything to the left. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so this takes all the other templates that we previously saw, and I imagine you can add that in, but I'm just going to leave that there for now, okay, because there's a lot to take in. Then we've got compose and output length. So we've got short, medium, long. I'll stick to medium for now, and then you can actually use your keyboard, as you can see hovering over it says CMD+J, so there's shortcuts to this as well. So let's just go ahead and do compose and see what happens here. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so video SEO is a new way to get your digital assets seen. You don't need a bunch of backlinks or even a lot of money. You simply create simple slideshow video, do some keyword research, and voila. #1 rankings on Google in no time at all with little effort involved, unlike traditional SEO. Video content has been proven. Okay, cool. Interesting. So what next? Can we do long? Make some edits. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Let's just go learn how to use the editor. That might be a little helpful. So we've got all of this. So just give me 1 second so I can quickly have a look. This is a 13-minute video, so it should be really simple to do. Okay, so just so you know, they're actually saying because this is still a new product and they've not created a whole bunch of video training for it yet, we may get a little lost if we don't watch this video, and literally just said that in the first few seconds. So really important, if you come here, watch the video. Okay, so just so you know, just before we generated this content, when we were filling out all the fields, that is actually where the whole point of that is actually to train Jarvis about the sort of information you actually want it to produce for you, and that can be anything from email topic creation, YouTube titles, blog descriptions, all sorts of things. So it really doesn't matter what general theme you're after. The purpose of that is to feed Jarvis as much information as you can so it can properly generate descriptions at will. Okay, so I actually went wrong as well. So instead of you actually creating like kind of like a little script for Jarvis, you're actually telling Jarvis. So what he's just put here is he's giving an example. So this is a blog post about how to lose weight without spending hours in the gym. The diet is the best diet for this. The content should talk about nutrition, supplements, etc. Okay, so now we're at the bit where I just got lost. So they're saying that the long form content is about 500 to 600 characters. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take this in stages because there's quite a lot of really interesting information here. So let me just show you what I've just learned. And again, I'm doing all this live, so it's really, look how fast potentially I'm picking it up or not picking it up, okay? This is a real raw review that you're getting here of the Pro plan. So I'm just going to go off the video. I'm about, I'm not sure, I'm about here, I'll remember that. So I'm just going to click here, okay? So right now we're at this point and I'm just going to press enter. I'm going to click on power mode, and now what we can actually do is if we're writing a blog post, I'm going to, oh, spelled that wrong, blog post outline. Okay, so we've got an outline option here. I'm going to click on that. Okay, and let me just, this is from previous stuff I've been using it for. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, let me just take this title, okay? And I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to just say, hey, I want it to be professional, okay? And I'm just going to do one output. You can do as many as you want because you don't have credits anymore. But I'm just going to do generate AI content. Okay, so now what you can see is this has generated all the outline for us. So I'm just going to copy and paste that in. Just let me go here. Okay, I'm just going to slightly clean that up. I'm going to put this here and then paste that in like so. Now, one of the things that they were actually saying is, you know, Jarvis is still in development all the time, so they're still constantly making tweaks. And one of the things that Jarvis isn't great with is apparently titles in terms of understanding where the title is. However, what you can do is if I take these away, put in two pound sign or hashtags, whatever you want to call them. So this basically helps Jarvis understand kind of like, you know, where the overall topic is and like the outline of everything is, okay? So I'm going to go back to the video and start having a look and we'll continue where I left off. Okay, so I just had to watch that little bit twice just to make sure I understood it. So it's actually quite clever how this works. So what Jarvis does when you get to this stage is they will take the title of this document, they will take the introductory paragraph of the document, and then after that it takes the next 600 characters or so of information, of text, and that's how it's collating all of the information. So it's kind of doing things in stages. It's quite intelligent because then it won't digress too far of trying just to merge a whole bunch of different headlines or, you know, headings areas and potentially moving too far astray from perhaps the previous bullet point. Okay, so that's actually quite clever. I like that. Okay, so I've just watched that next bit and it's actually really very interesting. Okay, so there is quite a lot to this, and this is why we take things in stages and we make sure we watch the video, because the video is covering a lot of in detail stuff, which is actually going to help you dramatically. Okay, so what they suggest for you to do is after every heading like this, they recommend writing around 10 words about what this is about, just so it keeps it even more focused. So video SEO is a new way to get your digital assets seen. Video SEO is the most up-to-date method of getting assets, of getting your business seen. Okay, so now that it's done that, I'm going to leave my mouse there, go to medium, go to long, and I'm going to compose. So now what it's going to do, it's going to take all of this information and it's going to carry on the sentence here for me. Okay, so let's do compose. Okay, so what it's done here is video SEO is the most up-to-date method to get your business seen. You don't need a bunch of backlinks or even a lot of money. You simply create simple slideshow video and do some keyword research and voila, #1 rankings on Google, no time, unlike traditional SEO. Okay, so that's basically a repeat of above, but let's see what this says. Video SEO is a new way to get your digital assets seen. You don't have to spend thousands trying out different methods that may not work for everyone. Instead, just follow these steps. Make sure it's an interesting topic people want more information about, and then find keywords related those topics using YouTube keyword tool. This will help ensure they're searchable by potential customers looking up videos, yours online too. Now it's finally ready upload onto YouTube, where there are million upon billions who watch each. Okay, so it's not the greatest, but what we can actually do here is #1, I'm actually just going to take this bit out. Okay, and what they did on video is they highlighted the first line, and when you do that, this little bar turns up and you can say fix the grammar, make more creative, or rephrase. So I'm going to go ahead and rephrase this. Okay, and then it shows a little drop down and it shows you the rephrase. So video SEO is the most up-to-date method of getting your business seen. Okay, so what it's done is actually just corrected that. Okay, if you're not happy with it, click the try again button. Video SEO is the most up-to-date way of getting your business seen. So what you can see is that it's not changing that much, because perhaps the software just thinks it's not a term that can actually be improved. But let's just do it one more time. Video SEO, okay, so it just doesn't think there's a better way of doing it. Okay, so I'm going to replace the text just like that, and boom, that's been done. Now if you want to fix the grammar, click on fix grammar. Okay, and then again, the grammar seems to be fine, so that doesn't need to be done. And if you want to make it more creative, let's click on that. Okay, so here's something more creative. Have you ever felt the struggle of trying to get found in a website search? If so, then why not show up on video? Search engines are constantly adapting themselves, and videos are being included as an effective asset for all businesses out there. This makes it easier for people to find their desired products or services when your copy is presented in this digital format. Okay, that is really very good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do replace text there. Okay, and yeah, there we have it. So we have our first paragraph. Okay, so I'm just going to speed along, quickly do the rest for the others, and I'll get back to you in just a second. Okay, so I've just done all of that. I now have all of this content here. Okay, and what I found, I think it's possibly because I didn't feed the enough information at the beginning, but what I found is that actually if I write the 10 words, instead of doing the output length as long, perhaps this is quite a narrow field that I'm talking about, but if I just highlight it, like highlight the first 10 new words or something and do make more creative, it actually produces some seriously good results. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to leave this whole document on my website, and I'll let you have a play around with it. I'll leave a link in the description at the end of this video, but let me continue with the video and see what else can be done, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so basically what I just covered is basically everything, and as you saw, I did barely any writing, and this is now a 565 word document, which is absolutely insane. Okay, now one important thing is you do want to be using this in conjunction with the power mode. Okay, it's just the way it works. So for example, if you're struggling with something, let's say you want to expand a sentence but you don't really know what to do, you would simply copy something that you've previously done, okay, head over to the power mode, and let's say we want to use the sentence expander. Okay, in a few words, write that in, there we have it. Okay, I'm just going to do professional, okay, English, and you can do generate, and again you've got unlimited credit, so let's just do generate content. Okay, scroll down. And here we have it in seconds. We've got all of this. Let's go ahead and just take this one, put this here like so. Okay, and if you wanted to expand on this, again, all you've got to do is do, let's just make it medium and do compose. Okay, if you don't like it, just delete it all like that. Okay, and then highlight it if you want to, and you can rephrase it. Okay, do that. Okay, now when most people go wrong when it comes to content creation is they think that, you know, mass produce content is the way to go. But often when you mass produce content, the quality of that content usually starts to go down as well, and that's not really what Jarvis is about. Jarvis is about speeding up your processes, but at the same time ensuring that you maintain quality. So you don't really want to be using Jarvis or the Pro plan to be trying to mass produce content, but you do want to be using it to help streamline and speed up your content and keep the quality the same. And I think, you know, with a bit of tweaking and the more Jarvis develops, the better it's going to become. And usually when that happens, the more expensive these sorts of softwares are going to become as well. Jarvis has made this whole system actually, you know, once you watch the video, it actually makes a lot of sense. It's pretty easy to use, and it covers every single bit. In fact, this software in its own right actually guides you, you know, on forming the content properly. And if it doesn't create the text that you want, it gives you so much inspiration that, quite frankly, it'll be hard for your mind just to go dry or for you to hit writer's block. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.